So like everyone else, I've heard a lot about this Mielle Organics lawsuit / controversy. I did some digging into it, said you do not have to. I'm gonna lay out all the facts, then from there, make your decision as you must. There's a lot of information and a lot of misinformation swirling around. Here's what happened. I'm gonna start from the beginning. This is Moniques Response. She is the CEO and the founder of Mielle Organics. From the beginning, she stood 10 toes on the fact that she wants to use healthy ingredients to make your hair, your skin, your scalp, all that healthy. Now, over the past 10 years, this company has grown like crazy, okay? She went from being a small business owner to being in retailers like CVS, Target, Sally's, Walgreens, all of them. Now, if you weren't riding with Mielle from the beginning, you might have got put on when a certain Caucasian creator over here put this Rosemary Mint Oil on her top Amazon purchase of 2022 list. This led to masses of Caucasian people buying out this oil, selling it out, and naturally the core audience was kind of irritated because it's like, why are y'all selling out an oil that was not meant for y'all? A year later in 2023, Monique sells Mielle Organics to P&G. Now you might be like, P&G, I don't know that brand. Yes, you do. P&G is actually an umbrella consumer packaged goods company. So what that means is while you might go to the store and pick up some shower gel and it's not going to say P&G on the brand, it's going to say Olay on the brand, which is owned by P&G. So it's basically the same thing. I would be willing to bet that you have at least one of these brands in your house somewhere. They have brands like Bounty, Charmin, Tide, CoverGirl, Olay, Black household fave, healer of all, Vicks Vapor Rub as well. But see, she sold the company under one condition, that she would still be active CEO and still would be very involved in the company. Well, here's where it starts to get a little shaky. So ever since this merger took place, women everywhere are coming forward like, hey girl, my hair's falling out in clumps. Others are like, hey girl, I have skin dermatitis now. Others are like, hey, my scalp is literally burning. Essentially accusing her of changing the ingredients in the products. Now, this is not a super far-fetched accusation. This happens all the time, especially when you're going from small business to mass producing. A lot of these larger companies are rich and are so wealthy because they keep the cost down. Not super far-fetched to change your ingredients to more low-cost ingredients, keep these big companies rich. Now, before I go any further, I'd like to encourage everyone to take what I'm about to say with a grain of salt. If you Google Mielle Organics 2024 lawsuit, nothing comes up. There is one Reddit thread that contains a document that is linked to a filing. I do not know the validity of this filing, but I do think that if it is real, there's a couple important things to point out because I think a lot of the information of it is not being communicated properly. Now, this is the document that comes up when you click that link in the Reddit thread, and you can see Mielle Organics' name is all up and down it, but I do want to call your attention to what's going on at the bottom here. I think that the overall narrative is that Mielle is being sued because their products contain cancer-containing chemicals, all these different things. However, this lawsuit particularly only calls out one product, the Mielle Strengthening Shampoo, and it says the chemical that's actually in it, and it basically accuses it of being in violation of Proposition 65. Now, I did not know about Proposition 65 until I moved to LA about a year ago, and I started seeing these warning labels everywhere. Essentially, what Proposition 65 says is that there is a list of 900 different chemicals that are known to cause cancer, birth defects, reproductive issues. If your product contains one of those chemicals, you are required to put this warning label on it that says, hey, just so you guys know, before you consume it, it has this chemical in it. Essentially, the lawsuit is saying that one of their products, the shampoo, did not have this warning label on it, and so now they're being sued for not disclosing that information. Now, as of yesterday, Monique actually responded to some of these claims. She said, hey, despite what y'all think, I'm actually still very involved in the company and its operations. She says that they have not changed the ingredients of the product since the inception of the company, and that she trusts the product so much that her and her entire family uses it. And then she puts some oil on her scalp and does a little thing. The reactions to this video have been pretty mixed. They kind of fall into three different buckets. Bucket number one is, why are you reading from a script? This does not sound authentic. I do want to do a quick side note. This is Bria speaking. I think that if you're addressing a legal issue, it's very wise to actually read from script or notes of some sort. Bucket number two is a lot of people that are saying like, okay, this is all great. I love to know the story and the background of your company, but you're not addressing the fact that people's hair is falling out and their scalps are itching and burning and they're getting dermatitis. Now, bucket number three on the other side of the spectrum is full-fledged support for Monique and for Mielle Organics. A lot of people are saying that if she looked differently or if her skin color was different, that this would not even be a conversation. I'm sure we'll hear more about this soon, so I'll definitely keep you guys posted, but let me know what y'all think. Have you seen a difference in these products, or does every product just not work for everyone's hair?